The government's Parivahan website suffered a data breach, leading to the leak of its source code and user data on the dark web. It involves sharing the code on an underground cybercrime forum, potentially compromising sensitive information and security infrastructure. Welcome to VAR India News Hour. The Parivahan data breach was achieved through an SQL injection, underscoring significant vulnerabilities. The leaked dataset contains sensitive information such as user IDs, names, emails, mobile numbers, and passwords. Upon verification, some mobile numbers and names from the sample dataset matched via Truecaller. The breach involving the Integrated Road Accident Database website, a critical initiative by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, has raised serious concerns about the security of sensitive information and potential cyber threats. Analysts observed that the usernames and passwords found in the source code were quite simple and susceptible to brute force attacks when there is local access to the server. The source code references sms.gov.in, a NIC SMS gateway used by the government departments to send SMS to Indian nationals. The embedded URL is the source code includes fields for usernames and passwords, which, if exploited, might give unauthorized individuals the ability to send messages to recipients. The same threat actor, after exposing the source code, shared a sample dataset of 10,000 user records from a vulnerable API endpoint of the Integrated Road Accident Database website on August 17. This data breach was achieved through an SQL injection, underscoring significant vulnerabilities. The leaked dataset contained sensitive information such as user IDs, names, emails, mobile numbers, and passwords. The dataset also included email IDs and clear text passwords of government officials as per the report of CloudSec. The size of the source code is totaling 165 MB in size. Most of the code is written in PHP. There are several sensitive assets embedded in the code. The extraction of source code and an SQL injection wield a power that extends far beyond the surface. These breaches are not mere data breaches. They are gateways to understanding the very essence of a website's business logic. The threat is not limited to the data lost today. It encompasses the potential for more profound impacts, opening doors to realms of sensitive information that we cannot foresee, say experts. Let's look into today's headlines. Income received from X from its ad revenue sharing is liable to GST. Individuals receiving remuneration from X, formerly Twitter, as part of its advertisement revenue sharing plan will be treated as supply under the GST law and will be subject to 18% tax. The tax will kick in if the total income from various services, including rental income and other professional services rendered by an individual, exceeds Rs 20 lakh in a year. Apple may pay up to $65 as compensation to iPhone users. Apple agreed to pay up to $500 million to resolve a class action lawsuit in 2020. As per the lawsuit, the company secretly slowed down the performance of certain iPhone models to address problems with batteries and processors. A judge has now cleared the way for payments in the lawsuit, with owners of some older iPhone models who accused Apple are expected to receive about $65 each. Sony Music files copyright infringement lawsuit against Internet Archive. Sony Music Entertainment and 5 other major music companies sued the non-profit Internet Archive on grounds that its posting of thousands of old songs and recordings online amounts to wholesale theft of copyright-protected music. Lawyers for the record companies said in a lawsuit that the Internet Archive's blatant infringement includes hundreds of thousands of works by some of the greatest artists of the 20th century. Google reportedly working on an AI writing tool for Chrome operating system. After rolling out various AI-powered features to Gmail, Docs, Slides, and more, Google has been reportedly working on an AI writing tool project that has at least 5 codenames associated with it, the main 3 being Orca, Mako, and Manta. The report claimed that Orca will primarily appear in Chrome operating system's right-click menu, but only when editing a body of text. Karnataka planning for a research foundation to conduct R&D in startups. Karnataka Minister N.S. Bosraju said that a state-level research foundation will be formed to conduct research and development in startups and industries. Stating that Bengaluru is rightly described as the startup capital of the country, Bose Raju said the government has created an enabling atmosphere in terms of infrastructure because of which a number of startup industries are coming up in a big way. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to VAR India magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.